it's your boy Raven again. And apparently, I don't know why, I've experienced a new, how can I put this? A new type of hatred on Clouthub. Did you know that there are people who hate satin? I was unaware. Yes, there is a little story that goes along with this. Apparently yesterday, as I was at work, I received a notification. And that's nothing new. I received notifications pretty much the entire day. This particular notification informed me that I should stop posting my satin shit. No, I'm not kidding you. S-A-T-I-N, satin. There are people that hate satin, and this has been coming up quite often. I don't know why these people despise a cloth so much. Now, as I've put in there, I don't understand it. I mean, if it's corduroy, okay, I'm with you on that one. I find that particular cloth to be distasteful. If it's silk, I mean, I can kind of understand that. I mean, it comes from the butt of a worm, so it's essentially worm shit. But satin? And I'm not exactly certain where they see satin, because this is velvet, and none of my cards have a satin finish to them, so I'm a little confused. Perhaps are we hallucinating now? Because I did go through yesterday's video again and again and again. I found no satin anywhere in there. So I have to wonder exactly what it was they were getting at. And honestly, I think these people have an irrational phobia of cloth. So anyway, getting right into this thing, I do want to make this as quick as possible. I want to get this into the computer, get it edited, and get it out there. And by the way, thank you for tuning in for Live with the Intuitive Dude on High Notes last night. He had a great time. But today, looks like you're being a little stealthy. This Seven of Swords, maybe even feeling like something has been stolen from you. Because you know today is Straight Tarot Tuesday, and that's why I just pulled out the Radiant Rider-Waite and decided to do it to it today. But remember something. As you look at this card, not everything has been stolen. Right? But being as how this is supposed to be you, I'm thinking this is your stealth today. This is your stealth mode. Don't let them see you coming. We'll know more as the reading goes on, though. Anyway, in the mind, we have the Lovers, the High Priestess, and of course the Eight of Pentacles. So, starting with the Lovers card here. So we have our partnerships going. And if you're contemplating a partnership, it is time to use a little of your own intuition, kind of do your own thing here. But also remember that it is going to take some due diligence on your part. So it looks so far like you have something planned here. You've got a lot on your mind and you're trying to sort that out. That's fine. Keep up the work, but remember, the fewer people who know about this plan of yours, probably the better. physically, right now you're feeling a little left out in the cold, aren't you? And that is completely understandable. You may even leave some people out in the cold. But remember that this is going to be slow moving for you. And that Knight of Cups is about our emotions, but it's also about that very slow, very methodical movement. And as with anything, it's best to kind of take it easy, let it develop, let it do its thing on its own. You really want to be graceful, but you don't want to be warlike. And you really want to refer to the higher graces of the imagination, which sometimes characterize this particular card. But this is also a messenger. Invitation, even. You're holding out that cup for someone else. And then, does it feel like things are kind of falling apart right now? Because if it does feel like things are falling apart, perhaps it's time to understand that you're rebuilding on a very solid foundation. And I'm not going to lie, this reading does seem like mentally you're doing okay, physically not quite so much. Are you suffering from some health issues that you're trying to correct? I know one thing. I happen to know some people who have been, who have received all 3 in the series of shots, still testing positive for the dreaded virus of unknown origin. But in your spiritual life, you do have that 4 of Cups, or 4 of Wands here, sorry. Yeah, 4 of Cups. These are just big old long cups, aren't they? But this is something to celebrate. So right now in your spiritual row, you do have something to celebrate, and it's going to come in the way of family. Your family is going to be everything to you right now. They're going to be your support. And then there's this 8 of Cups. Now, this looks like a very sad and morose card, but it reminds you that there are things from which you do need to move on. You need to advance. You've done the work here. So your work here is good, but you need to move on to something else that is going to create inspired action for you. So I would say your focus needs to be more in the physical. You need to be present in this physical realm today, because you do have needs that need to be met. You really do need to kind of take care of yourself. A little self-care, a little self-love, and it will correct eventually. But it's going to be a very slow process. It's going to be kind of plodding along. Perhaps even this is your vitality being suddenly taken away, right? That's something that's been stolen from you. Been slow, just seems to have come on very suddenly, but it comes from not taking care of yourself when you should have. And not taking care of yourself when you should have can be anything. It could be eating terribly. It could be thinking negatively. Thinking negatively can affect your health. Did you know that? It's actually been scientifically proven. Yep. Look it up. In fact, my insurance company emailed me one time stating that showing a state of gratitude tends to improve your overall physical health. Let that sink in. So showing a state of gratitude for what you do have left. I mean, he may be making off with about 5 of your swords, but you still have 2. So showing a bit of gratitude for what you still have is a start. It doesn't mean you have to like that the other 5 have been stolen. It just means that you have to start somewhere. Start with what you have left, move on from there. And this will begin to take care of itself because you will still have that solid foundation. And with the right kind of slow, gradual progress, you won't be feeling left out in the cold anymore. And of course, you have to have that plan here. And you can listen to a great many people. You can even have someone advising you. But you're going to have to do the work. You have to get that in your mind. And remember, this can suffer if you do not move on. So this is more of that sort of post-holiday kind of take care of yourself kind of vibe. You're going to need to do that, especially today. Take a few minutes, eat a healthier lunch, eat a healthier dinner tonight, plan something, and watch as things begin to change. I want to start my gratitude off by thanking you for joining me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting the dude last night. He is currently getting ready for the High Notes video. That's right, he will be doing that today. And a little announcement before I go. I have decided to engage in a little bit of self-care as well. I will be scaling back the videos on High Notes. I won't be doing like the 5 or 6 a day anymore because, quite frankly, it's not sustainable. I do need to have a little bit of time before I head out. I've been as much as I enjoy doing this, and do not get me wrong, I enjoy this thoroughly. I have been very rushed in getting out of the door, getting to work some days. Some days I'm kind of cutting it down to the wire, and that is not something I like to do. So what we will do is we will start doing like a card per day kind of thing, maybe 2. And then that'll give you something to focus on throughout the day. So tune into my High Notes channel and see which single card from whichever deck I choose will be the one today. Now today I will not be choosing a card, I'll be editing video. The dude will be choosing a card from his tarot deck today to coincide with Straight Tarot Tuesday, and he will be presenting it to you as well as his interpretation. So I hope you'll tune in for him. He's quite a positive type of person and can be very uplifting. In any case, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, I was having water. I do have my tea on standby. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly enjoy our time together. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up. And as always, my friends, shine on.